Welcome everybody to the More Sunshine Please Tuesday night live stream. I created a intro that I did not get ready. Never mind. But this is my thumbnail for the day. My topics will include our recent visit to the Uniqlo shop at Disney Springs. Also, some movie trailers premiered during the Grammys. I mean, some were additional trailers for movies we've already seen trailers for, but this is going to feature the one from Dumbo, a new one from Dumbo, another Captain Marvel trailer, and one I haven't seen yet, and I've waited until tonight to watch it with you, the one for the live-action Aladdin. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to start by talking about some news with Disney's gondola system, the Disney Skyliner. We were just at Hollywood Studios on Friday or Saturday. Either day. Doesn't matter. But when we were parking, we were able to see some of the cabins that had been on the cables. I'm going to pull those pictures up now. Here's one of my pictures from the building of the Disney Skyliner, and you can see one of the cabins in it. They have it covered in a canvas of some sort, as if we don't know what that thing is. I posted, I think, this picture to Instagram, and one of my former students made that point. Like, what are they trying to hide? We know what they look like. We know what this is all about. So they have that. They were testing the cabins going across the cables. I've got another image here, and you can see some of the workers. I have two of the Skyliner towers here, and on the left one you can kind of make out two of the workers up there working. I don't know. I should have written this out beforehand, but it was pretty neat to see that. It was I didn't know that they were going to be testing these so soon, so it's very neat to see that they're already in this testing stage. And I guess where they were testing these cabins was between Hollywood Studios and the Caribbean Beach Resort. They had these, I keep wanting to say cable cars, but they call them cabins, the Skyliner cabins. That's their testing route, their first testing route so far. So let me go back, and I will also show you, this is the gondola station at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And I have been taking pictures of this every time not every time I go to Hollywood Studios, but once every couple of months I've been taking pictures from this same spot. And a couple pictures ago I Instagrammed them just to highlight the progress of this particular station. Here's another angle, and you can see it's coming along nicely. And each station, I guess, is going to be themed to wherever it's located. So for example, this one, it looks to me like it's going to be in the style of the ticket windows at Hollywood Studios. And the one at Epcot I saw is going to be in the style of the pavilions it is closest to. And the one at Caribbean Beach Resort is going to be in the style of this open-air market type thing. So they're all going to have their unique looks, and so that theming is going to be really cool to see. So we're all looking forward to that. But they're not due to open until the fall. So we've got all winter, spring, and summer to continue to wait for these, and I would imagine the closer we get, the more they'll be testing, and the more we'll see of this sort of thing. Do we have a chat check? Here goes. All right, what do we got?
Well, Rob Fuzz wonders if the gondolas or Skyliner. No, I'm sorry. Let me correct that. He says, I wonder if they won't run buses from those hotels to the parks, or if there'll be less buses.
First of all, welcome, Rob Fuzz. Thank you for tuning in and watching. That's interesting. What's interesting is, at the beginning, these gondolas are going to be a hot ticket. I mean, everybody's going to. I know I do. I want to ride one of these on the first day. I don't know if this is going to alleviate foot traffic, or it's going to create more initially. I'm sorry, what's this question?
I'm not sure, but D&G says they're still going to need the same amount of buses because and also that they won't have air conditioning, so some people might want a nice cool bus.
D&G, thank you very much for tuning in. I have to assume that Disney knows what they're doing. The fact that these cabins don't have air conditioning seems like it's going to be a problem, but again, I have to imagine that they know what they're doing, and they're going to have 480 air conditioning. I don't know what they have planned there. You roll down 4 windows and go 80. But we'll see. Again, the closer it gets, I think the more we'll find out, and we'll have like Disney Parks blog or something post something that lets us know more about the comfort level of these cabins. So
Alyssa Stenberg's here as well.
Alyssa, thank you very much for joining us.
And you have both D and G.
D and G. Derek and Greg. Greg is the one that actually reminded me. I know when we were at the park on over the weekend, I can't remember what day we were. Friday. We were there Friday, and I took these pictures, and I thought, well, this is something I'm going to want to talk about on Tuesday, and then I completely forgot about it. And then Greg asked me today, am I going to talk about this? So I thank him very much for reminding me of this topic. So thank you, Greg. All right, I think I want to move on to what else we did on Friday, and that was we went to Disney Springs, and we checked out a store we've been to a couple times before. It's called Uniqlo, and that's short for Unique Clothing. It's a Japanese clothing company, and they've got a huge store in Disney Springs. But what we like best about this store, and they sell casual clothing, what we like best is the inexpensive Disney gear that you can get there. And I don't mean it's cheap. This is well-made stuff. I am actually wearing a shirt that we bought on Friday. Now, I know this doesn't look like your traditional Mickey Mouse, but that's actually another cool thing about this store, is they have commissioned, I guess is a word, but there are a number of artists that they've asked to create designs for their Disney shirts. This is a tag that came on this shirt, and it just mentions that Uniqlo has invited acclaimed artists, blah, 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 to make shirts. And then this is the artist of my particular shirt, Jeffrey Brown. It says he's an American cartoonist, the best-selling author, and illustrator of the middle grade Jedi Academy series, as well as the Darth Vader and Son series. I'm not familiar with that, but it's for it's popular in middle school. So, and I was told that from a middle school media specialist. So that comes on good authority. But so that's pretty cool. And they had a number of things. Another well-known artist that they had there on display on shirts was Andy Warhol, of course. I released a video on Sunday night of our experience actually, it wasn't our experience at Uniqlo. I kind of just showed all the Disney stuff they were selling in their store. And they have a big display featuring the works of Andy Warhol on some of the shirts there. So they also, there was another artist, Keith Haring. I don't think they had Disney shirts with him, but upstairs I remember seeing some Keith Haring designs on some t-shirts. And yeah, what I want to do is show you a couple that we bought and compare the prices, the ones we bought at Uniqlo and the ones we bought in one of the Disney parks. We have a chat check? Okay, let me... All right. What do we got?
Sandra D's Adventures is here.
Sandra D's Adventures. Thank you so much for joining us.
She says that she has been to the Uniqlo in Boston and Chicago.
They are growing. They're growing like Trader Joe's. I wasn't that familiar with Uniqlo until I wanted to talk about it. Then I read a bit about it, and they're worldwide. They truly are. They're a Japanese company, like I said. But Chicago has a couple. I think there's some in. There's a couple in New York, and they're all over. Disney Springs is our closest one, of course. I also see Disney Dan is here. Thank you so much for joining us, Disney Dan. I actually, what I wanted to do, if I ever saw Disney Dan on one of my live streams, is greet him the way he greets me, and that is to say, "What is up, Disney Dan?" I don't even know if he realizes he says it like that, but every time, it's kind of his thing. It's very charming, and I like it. But what is up? And it's that cadence. I like it. So welcome, Disney Dan. And Disney Nerd Herders, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, and she says it's her favorite store.
Oh, Cargo, thank you very much for joining us. And I think it's our favorite store at Disney Springs, certainly. Let me show you. First of all, let me try to sit up here. That is the, what's his name? Jeffrey Brown. Jeffrey Brown design. It's a little Mickey astronaut. So that's what I got. Here is, oh, sorry, I just hit the mic. The Uniqlo bag. And if you were concerned about the quality of the garments, my son made the comment that even this bag feels of good quality. It's a high quality plastic bag, if that makes sense. But we ended up purchasing 4 shirts. We just stuck with shirts this trip. What do we have here? I guess this is a non-Disney shirt.
Yeah.
So the design here, floral designs in it with a gradient. What's that?
The little tag tells you like the origin of the design.
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh, there's a Japanese word in here that I don't really want to attempt to say, but do you know what that is?
No.
No, we don't want to even try. We're not going to embarrass ourselves, but it just on the tag it says founded in Kyoto during the a particular period from 1868 to 1912. Unsodo is Japan's only publishing company that makes traditional Japanese books with hand-printed woodblock prints, and I guess that's what this shirt is in the style of. So that's pretty neat, and we liked the gradient color of the shirt as well. We also have this one, and this is similar to, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. I just wanted to level it out there. Mickey donut shirt, and this seems like a shirt that you'd find in the parks, but this was at Uniqlo, and I'll just show you the price tag. If you didn't see my video, you'll be shocked. $14.90 for this shirt, for this shirt, for the other shirt, and there's a 4th shirt that we already wore, and it's in the laundry, so can't show you that to you. But we ended up getting 4 shirts for less than $60 at Uniqlo. 2 of them being Disney shirts for less than $15 each.
$9.99.
Although one shirt was $9.90 right? Is that right? $9.90. Okay, so now let me show you a couple. We bought 2 shirts at Hollywood Studios. And here's this one. I wore this last week during my ill-fated live stream. And it's cool. It's got Mickey with the 4 icons of the 4 parks. And the other one, kind of similar to the one I showed you that we purchased from Uniqlo. It's got a Mickey cupcake on there. The other one had donuts, of course. It says sweet. But here's the thing, and these are cool shirts. But here's the thing. These on sale, Disney's in the parks special for shirts is 2. If you get 2, you get them for $22 each. Normally, I would imagine they're $25. But if you get 2, they reduce the price down to $22 each. So I'm holding $44 worth of shirts here. There's only 2, and do the math. I'm telling them like they can't figure that out. But here's the cupcake one from Hollywood Studios. And then the donut one, a comparable shirt. I kind of like this one better. It doesn't say sweet on there.
D&G says the best thing about the donut shirt is if you spill a jam-filled donut on it, it'll look even more awesome than it already does.
Oh, adding authenticity. Was that a chat? All right. I debated how much I wanted to talk about Uniqlo because they're not paying me, certainly. And I didn't want it to sound like an ad, but I wanted everybody to know there's a very inexpensive option on Disney property for Disney gear. And if you watch my video, and I encourage everybody to do so, you'll also see that not only do they have unusual designs like this, they also have your standard Mickey Mouse, that classic pose that he has with the one foot on his heel. You know what I'm talking about. They had that on a pocket tees. They had just your standard T-shirts. Again, you can tell everybody that you bought a Disney shirt on Disney property for only $15. So that's pretty cool. So I just wanted to let everybody know of this option for getting Disney gear. All right. Disney World Adventures is here. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to also, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, there were 3 Disney movie trailers that premiered during the Grammys this past week. One from Walt Disney Pictures. No, 2 from Walt Disney Pictures, 1 from Marvel Studios. So what I thought we'd do is watch them together, and I'll react to them. 2 of them I've already seen before. I've seen Dumbo and I've seen Captain Marvel. But I did not see the Aladdin trailer yet, so that'll be my 3rd one. So I thought we'd start with Dumbo, and then I'll watch that with you and tell you my thoughts. Please tell me your thoughts. And I need to switch my headset now so I can hear. All right, so now I can hear the audio of the the reason I have 2 different headsets, I can't even talk with them, is because my voice is delayed when I plug straight into my laptop. This is plugged straight into the microphone, and it's much more bearable for me. So let's get right to it. Here's the Dumbo trailer.
And now, a special look at Disney's Dumbo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Medici Family Circus, where anything is possible and miracles happen. And now, introducing our world-famous flying elephant.
Just when I thought I had seen everything.
What do you think of that?
He won't fly without a feather.
All right, Dumbo, give me a showstopper.
Fly, Dumbo.
You've made me a child again.
Charming.
Come on!
Is that a monkey in your desk?
Just for emergencies.
Disney's Dumbo, rated PG.
So that's very cool. Now, gotta take these off. Back to these. Like I said, I had seen that before. So I guess my initial reaction is that that's a Tim Burton film, and I would imagine it's going to be visually stunning. What I like is of the 4 cast members they highlighted, there 3 of them are Tim Burton veterans. Michael Keaton was Beetlejuice and Batman, and Danny DeVito was the Penguin in Tim Burton's Batman movie. And then Ava Green has been in a number of Tim Burton movies. She was in what's the vampire soap opera movie? You know what I'm talking about. It's it was a soap opera originally on television, but they made a movie. Johnny Depp played a vampire. We saw it, and I can't remember the name of it. Please let me know if you... Anyway, Eva Green was the heavy in that movie. She was the villain. She was also in the most recent Tim Burton movie. Man, I really should have written these down. Miss Peregrine, Unusual Children movie. Anyway, so that's her. I don't remember Colin Farrell being in a Tim Burton movie before.
Shadows.
Dark Shadows. Thank you so much. Yes, of course. Yeah, I don't think Colin Farrell's been in a Tim Burton movie yet, but the other 3 are.
Home for Peculiar Children.
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Thank you very much for letting me know.
Thank you, Google.
Ha. Okay. Oh, here's another thing I wanted to say about Dumbo. That looked really very good. The elephant, of course, you know that's not real. That's all computer generated. And it looks like they've got the emotions in the elephant's face down. It looks like when they want us to feel sad, they're going to put a sad face on that elephant, and it's going to work like a charm. So I think visually it's going to look really good. But here's the thing about Dumbo. I know that Dumbo is a flying elephant, but I don't truly know the story of Dumbo. Do you? No. All I know is that Dumbo is a flying elephant. There's a ride in Storybook Circus at the Magic Kingdom, a Dumbo ride. I don't truly know the story. So I guess it'll be a fresh, new story for me when I see the movie. I know I would imagine we had one of those Disney books as a kid, but I don't remember opening that one up. I think Dumbo had his face painted like a clown in one of the pictures that I remember, but that is it. So Dumbo's going to be all new to me. All right, let's...
by the way, Waltograms.
Waltograms, welcome.
And Waltograms knew that it was Dark Shadows.
Oh, Waltograms. Waltograms corrected me on the Pub Talk live stream last night, so I want to thank Waltograms for setting me straight. That was a chat check, by the way. So I'm just going to... Cargo says I have to watch the original Dumbo. Now, do I remember Gregory, D&G Explorers, telling me that that's an extremely short movie in length? Is that the one? I don't remember. But maybe I should see the original before I see the new one. Makes sense. Are we ready to see Captain Marvel now? Let's see. This is one I have seen already, but it was brand new for the Grammys audience. I'll just play it. Let me switch my headset. All right. Here we go. Here is Captain Marvel.
You won't last a week. They'll never let you fly.
Faster.
This isn't a game for little girls. Give it up.
Higher. Further. Faster. I'm kind of done with you telling me what I can't do.
Captain Marvel, rated PG-13.
I see what Marvel is doing there. This is not the first trailer they've released for this movie. I like it. I'm excited to see this movie. Clearly, to me, they're taking aim at DC. They're taking aim at Wonder Woman with this. This is the message of this was that this is a female, as a young girl throughout her life, has had to put up with lowered expectations or a ceiling that she couldn't crash through. This is about the power of women, and the other trailers we've seen to this point hadn't really touched on that, but this is maybe and I don't know this for a fact, but maybe the Grammys has a larger female audience, so they tailored this for that particular audience. I'm not sure, but they're clearly, to me, going after, DC has Wonder Woman. Well, we've got somebody even better. This is a hero that seems to have the powers of Superman, and she can fly. She's strong. She has lasers shooting out of her hands or whatever's going on. I don't know. I'm not a comic book person, so I'm not totally familiar. But this is Marvel saying we've got something better than Wonder Woman. That's what that looked like to me. And right there at the end when she was saying, "I'm kind of sick of you telling me what I can't do." That's going to be on a T-shirt, I would imagine, at some time. That's something young girls can maybe rally around, and they'll be looking up to this hero. I hope it's good. I'm very excited for it. I am a Marvel cinematic universe freak right now. Everything they put out, I'm enjoying, and I'm really looking forward to this. I hope, and the trailers don't tell me otherwise, but I think Brie Larson's going to do she's going to make a good Captain Marvel. I would imagine Marvel knows what they're doing at this point. Do we have a chat check?
Mm-hmm.
What do we got?
Disney Nerd Herder says she is the most powerful Marvel hero of all, and then also that you should see it on the biggest screen possible.
Oh.
And Steve's World says that looks better than I thought it would. And Rob Fuzz is just circling back to say Dumbo is 1 hour and 4 minutes long.
Oh, that is a short movie. Thanks, Rob. Okay, let's move on to Aladdin. I've been looking forward to this. I've put this off. One of my students today really wanted to show me the Aladdin trailer. I said I can't do that. I'm gonna watch it tonight with my friends for the first time. So let's get to it. This is the live-action Aladdin. Will Smith is the genie. So let me prepare here. All right. If you haven't seen it yet, this is the one that showed again during the Grammys. So here we go. This is Aladdin.
Bring me the lamp. Your life begins now. Aladdin.
You really don't know who I am. Genie, wishes, lamb, none of that ringing a bell.
Wow. That makes me excited to see it. During other live streams, we had talked about our favorite movies. Aladdin was, I think, my favorite Disney classic animated movie. And I know the main concern about this movie is how well Will Smith will do. And I'll just say, after watching that, my concern is not with Will Smith. And I don't really have a concern. It's just a note. And maybe you guys had the same thought. Jafar. The guy that plays Jafar in the original movie, Jafar's voice is so deep and sinister. And this Jafar was not. Hey, Aladdin. That's what it sounded like to me. I hope... maybe I misheard it. Maybe these switching headsets is screwing me up. But we'll see. Chat check.
Walter Graham says Jafar sounds so lame. Where's that amazing sinister voice? And CGI Genie is creepy as...
Walt, I agree with Jafar.
To be real.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's what?
Too cartoony to be real.
Too cartoony to be real. Like
and too real to be a cartoon.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Here's what I think. Here's my hope for Will Smith. Certainly, he is not the improviser that Robin Williams is. Nobody is. So I would imagine they didn't let him go off and write a script on the fly the way Robin Williams did in the original. I would imagine that they came up with jokes and fine-tuned them and wrote them out for Will Smith to deliver. I don't think he's going to improvise, but I think he'll deliver the lines written for him, and hopefully they're funny, and I got to imagine they are. He's a good actor, so if he's given funny lines, he'll deliver them in a funny way. So I think he'll do a good job. The issues are the CGI. And by the way, he was blue in there, and he needed to be. I think he had to be blue. They had to make him blue. Yeah, the issues are the CGI. Jafar, that was... Should I play that again? I kind of want to listen to it again. That was the first time I heard it. I'm just going to play it again. Maybe just the beginning. I just want to hear Jafar again. Let's turn it up.
Bring me the lamp.
Oh, yeah.
Your
I'm
life
right.
begins now. Aladdin.
Yeah, that's concerning. I hope that guy's a good actor, and I hope the rest of it is better than "Bring me the lamp." That just doesn't sound right to me. I need Hans Gruber in there. What we got? Chat check. All right, what we got?
D&G says, I think I would have liked to have seen Martin Short in the Genie role. That's from Derek. And Disney Nerd Herders concurs. And they say they could watch Martin Short. And then they say they love Martin Short. And
yes.
do we?
We love Martin Short. Martin Short is the funniest person in the world. And I agree wholeheartedly with that. I'd even have Martin Short play Jafar at this point. I think we... I want to be wrong about this, but our little sample...
Hopeful.
Yeah?
They say maybe it'll get better in the movie.
I hope so. I don't want to dismiss it right now. First time I heard it. What do we got?
D&G says, OMG, I thought Jafar was a woman's voice. That's from Derek.
Oh, well, it's... It sounds like Jafar has he sounds nasal. We'll see. I didn't expect to hear that. I expected somebody with a great sinister voice.
They're
like
saying
that.
James Earl Jones, Sandra Dee's adventure.
James Earl Jones. Yes. Maybe I don't know. I know James Earl Jones is in the Lion King remake, so I suppose they want to keep those separate. But yeah, you can't beat that guy's voice. This is funny. What else? Well, that was eye-opening. That was again from the Grammys. We saw Dumbo, Captain Marvel, and we also saw Aladdin there. I'm looking forward to all those movies, but they all have questions we want to answer. We're just waiting to see these movies. We just want to see these movies and can't wait. So that's that. I think that's all I had on my docket here. I do want to let everybody know about D&G Explorers live stream tomorrow. It'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific out on the West Coast. They are from the West Coast, so that's why I put that in there. But they always have great live streams. I've been honored to be a guest on many of them. So please tune in to D&G Explorers tomorrow. And here's another thing I had called up. I had it all set to go. This is the Uniqlo website. Back to that. And this is actually the building. That entire building is Uniqlo. That's how big that store is. So it's not just a little shop like you would go to the outlets and pop into the Vans store or something. This is 2 floors of clothes in there. So I had that called up. I forgot to show it earlier, but I didn't want to forget about that. Plus, I figured out how to show a website on OBS here, so I just wanted to do that. But I think that's it for today, Tuesday live show. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. I feel I'm getting better at this all the time. I want to thank my wife for helping me out with the chat. And I want to thank all of you for participating. And I will do this next week. Please watch D&G Explorers tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the East Coast, 5 o'clock on the West Coast. And with that, I will say again, thank you, and good night, everybody. So long.